You know what made me brave? To walk knowing people wanted to arrest me is the fact that I believe the rule of law is prevailing. And that while there were those.
Whoa, yeah. Hey. Don't go nowhere. Welcome to the All African People YouTube channel, where you can get all the updates for Liberia, from around the world. We'll give you all the happening, but don't forget to subscribe. Just hit that subscribe button and subscribe before you can continue watching your video. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I love you all. Just subscribe, don't go. Just hit that subscribe button. That's what I mean for you. And continue watching your video. Let's go.
You say, 30 million again? What is that? What I did with this money? What happened? I said, come here, arrest you for 30 million. My sister in New York calling me. I said, 30 million? I didn't do anything with 10 million. 10 million is with the World Food Program. The other strategy about this is that the World Food Program hears this gossip. People in the Ministry of Finance know that the minister is writing letters using the money currently. They sit on school and hear all this garbage, and nobody has the audacity to say, hey, stop this. Minister Gaffman approved this money just this March. Why are you talking about Sametra and this money? That's why I said, what kind of society we live in today? When people in our political parties, in our churches, in our media institutions, in our government know the honest truth. When the people who are writing the letter for Minister Gaffman know, and they're not able to call school and say, you are lying, I just drafted a letter for this money. You can't stand up to it. Why do we do this? So that's the conversation we're going to have today with the media people. And particularly you media people. What is your standard for verifying information? It's an honest conversation. President, we have signed the Table Mountain Law. No, it's not Table Mountain, the Abla Camara. That give you guys the right to say many things. But there is a limit to which you can libel somebody. So Mr. Spencer Waterspoon will have to tell us in court who told him that I took 30 million and which government is coming to arrest him for 30 million, for which he has now made, and to me now, to everything, now maybe they won't, maybe 2 million Liberians down here for 30 million, and my name is in there. So it is only the vindication through court. I will compare Mr. Wilson to say something and repent so that the public knows that the journalists or the commentators on social media have a responsibility to truth in our democracy. We want to fight corruption, we want to transform the country, but we should do so honestly. We cannot destroy other people in that process. Right? The falsification that goes on spoon has to be challenged. Just the other night, the man played my Amuto Ken song. Oh, Amuto Ken, oh. He's playing the Amuto Ken song and saying that song was because of President Weah's visit to President Biden. Oh, I sang that song when Liberia passed the MCC scorecard. That's why I sang that song. I said, we qualified. The 500 million that should have come to this country, I was celebrating for my country. That this government was inheriting. That eventually it may happen 4 or 5 years from now. It was that song. So when you hear that song in the public, anytime spoon plays it, link it with the 500 million that will come at some point in the future. That's the celebration I was doing. We mischaracterized that and put it in the form of. So it's a propaganda outfit. It's unfair. They do valuable work. Many of the panelists, I have friends on the show, I think they will morally do the public right if they have to objectively raise the standard of their truth telling. If they're not sure about something, then they need to verify before bringing it out. So when we go to court, my lawyers have told me, I think my case will meet the strongest test of libel. So we're going to fight that legal battle with Mr. Witherspoon. It's not this, I'm not attacking the spoon now, I'm attacking Mr. Witherspoon. He has an agenda personally for 4 years, consistently impugning my reputation in the public when he has no basis for doing so. Thank you. I'll take your questions.
So at this time, Congress, the questions and answers period will be very, very, very rigid. You call the names of the institutions that you're representing, call your name as well, and then go straight to what has been read and said here. Anything outside of that? Yeah, the first question here. Yeah, please, you are only asked, you are allowed to ask a question, just a question. Because of time, the number of people here will
Yeah.
Yes, bro.
I'm Obadiah Johnson, I report for Front Page Africa newspaper. Good afternoon, Mr. Tweah.
Run for the thing.
You served as Liberia's finance minister at the time the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank respectfully contributed the amount of 25 million United States dollars and 5 million each to Liberia and its citizens for COVID-19 stimulus package. Don't you think it's prudent enough that you submit yourself to any pending investigation, since in fact you actually headed the country's finance ministry at the time? And why do you think your name is actually linked or implicated in Why do you think it's prudent that you submit instead of crying over at this time? Thank you.
Yes, sir. Honorable Tweah, my name is Matthias Labindi. I'm from Sky Communications, Liberia. Mr. Tweah, thank you for your presentation. Do you trust the court system in Liberia, the judicial system in Liberia, under the workers' administration, which you are going to use to vindicate yourself? In which court are you going to file a lawsuit against Stanton Witherspoon in Liberia or in the US, since it's not residing in Liberia?
Next question.
So thank you. My name is Hagar Gonda and I report for Freedom FM. Honorable Minister, former Minister, I should say, I'm interested in knowing that all of what you've said and considering the efforts of the government in going after some past government officials. Why do you think all of these things are happening? Because there are speculations in the public that the government is apparently not seeing a way through, and as such, they want to play some tactics by bringing on, coming on some former officials of the CDC administration. Why do you think you are always in the news for these kind of allegations?
Next question.
Okay, I'm saying I report for the National Radio and Television.
Yeah.
I'm concerned about the silence of the war food program. Since you, in fact, you said the money is directly with the war food program, why is it they haven't broken silence over this issue?
So thank you. So we'll close the first chapter and then.
Thank you. These are very good questions. That's why I'm here. Would you submit yourself to, listen, I'm a patriotic, law-abiding citizen. I will submit myself to any investigation, legitimate or bogus. Let's get it clear. Any legitimate or bogus investigation, I respond, because as a citizen, you have to respect the authority. If the police came for you, you can't put water in the face and slap them, even if I did nothing. I could be sleeping in my house and police say, I didn't sleep in my house, I did something that they come for me, I'll go to the station. That's not the question. So, I'm just giving the public that there is no basis for involving someone for anything like this. So let's say the government has seen the 25 million report, which I share with you, for the money we give them. And let's say people in the government are not satisfied. Who do you think is the first person that you want to contact? You have to contact the World Food Program, because one of the reasons why we gave the money to the World Food Program was that we did not want another situation where we would politicize it. If we want to politicize it, let's go and politicize it with the World Food Program. Because the World Food Program will receive that money. No Liberian official has access to World Food Program's bank accounts. They control the expenditure. There was a National Steering Committee chaired by Minister Wilson Tapper. I was on the Minister of Agriculture on there. They were just administering steering things. They were not involving operational matters. So we're receiving all of these reports. The purchasing of rice, the distribution of rice were left solely with the World Food Program, because they have the global expertise and the experience to do that work. So if there is a problem with the spent portion, there are two portions now. Spent nearly 28 million, unspent 2 million. If we have problem with the 28 million that was spent by the World Food Program, then it's prudent that the government investigate. But as I know right now, there is no asset to recover on the 30 million because the World Food Program has reported that it spent every dime legitimately, has given a report to the government. The government has not challenged that report, except it is trying to do so. But if it's trying to do so and launch an investigation, the investigation will begin with the World Food Program. If you ask me in that investigation, Mr. Tweah, what do you know about the 25 million? This is what I'm saying now to the public. I know that we agree with the IMF that I will put the money in the World Food Program account. The 5 million will come from the World Bank. We don't control World Bank financing. Ministers of Finance don't control monies that leave World Bank account. World Bank project money goes directly from World Bank to directly from World Bank to the World Food Program, and it goes from the World Bank to other recipients of World Bank money. We don't sign on those. There is a framework at the Ministry of Finance, but the ministers are not involved in that distribution. So that's what I can say on the 25, and broadly on the 5. But there is an unspent portion. Maybe there was this rumor, and I'm telling you, somebody even told me that maybe I received this $2 million and gave World Food Program 300,000 of it. So those are the rumors that are circulating. Or maybe the man received the 2 million anyway and he brought World Food Program with 300 million. So the person who asked the question, why, and I will link that question, why is World Food Program silent? I think that's the best question here for the day. That's the best question. Why is the World Food Program silent? The World Food Program should issue a statement. The public is not informed about, maybe they're going to issue a statement because I've had the press conference. That's why I came here. And so this whole thing is dead because the World Food Program is now going to take ownership. Wait, listen. Are you saying that we stole the 28 million? Is the government trying to attack us? Is the asset recovery team trying to impugn our reputation? That's for World Food Program and asset recovery. Now, listen, let's be careful. I have not been invited by the government. Let's be clear. The government has not written me. The government has not contacted me. I have heard this through Stanton Witherspoon. So let's be clear. I am not accusing the government. Through Stanton Witherspoon, I heard I will be arrested. It will be up to Mr. Witherspoon, who told him that Samuel Tweah was on an investigation and will be arrested. That's where he will explain that in court, and he will meet his sources. But I don't think I have a force with the government now because no letter has been written me. Maybe the government knows why. But why all of that? People are speculating on this and destroying my reputation. My sister and family people are calling me. So this is why I have to put stop to this. Yeah. And the other question was, do you trust the court system? Let me say you one thing. If you asked me this question before our war, I'll tell you no. Because we had a Liberia where we had a country governed by men, the will of men. We never had a democracy. There was no auditing, or auditing was manipulated by the government. Anyway, there was no accountability, there was no transparency before the war. If you ask me the question, I would say no. If you ask me the question now, since Madam Salif, not sure our democracy took it to a level, Dr. George Manuel Weah took it to a new zenith. Those two presidents combined protected the rule of law and nurtured our democracy such that I believe that I'm not afraid of the imperial presidency because what judges and courts have seen, we have a democracy where even the judge has an independence that is unprecedented in this country and the president can do nothing about that. In the 1980s and 1970s, maybe President Toba will call you and put you in jail. President Doe will send for the judge and say, you do that, I will go kill you. Today, no president can harass any judge. Judges are at the crucible of our transformation today. And so I trust the judicial system because of this fact. Had I not trusted the judicial system, I would not have come from Ivory Coast to face trial. Because I believe, you know what made me brave?